Good morning, afternoon, evening, night. My name is Mary from Satya Yoga in Greensburg. So welcome to our in-home practices of various yoga classes that we'll be sending you throughout this time of uncertainty. This is an in-home practice, so it's practice at your own risk. We don't know your health limitations or your physical injuries, and we cannot offer you modifications or variations of poses because you're not with us physically. You're viewing us from wherever you are. So any practice that you do is definitely at your own risk. And with that said, we can start. With yoga, the very most important thing is physically breathing. So we're going to start our practice today sitting in easy cross-legged pose. If crossing your legs is not comfortable, you can always just keep your feet out in front of you or put your feet together. It just depends on what's comfortable for you. So let's begin in a seated, comfortable position. Allow your hands to rest on the thighs or at the side or in your lap, and just close your eyes. Begin to focus on your breath. Your abdomen rises with your inhale and falls with your exhale. Try to breathe in and out through your nose with your mouth closed if that's possible. And just connect. I teach a vinyasa style yoga, which is movement with breath. So the rhythm of your breath will become the pace for your movement. Abdomen rising with the inhale and falling with the exhale. Listen to any sounds around you. Maybe the birds outside are singing as spring is here. We're just going to begin now by just lowering the chin on your exhale to your chest. Allow it to softly rest there. Resist the urge to squish down. Just be soft. Your shoulders are back and down. Your spine is lifted and lengthened. You should be able to swallow. And then bringing in movement as you inhale, bring the chin over to one shoulder. As you exhale, release the chin to the chest. Inhale the chin to the other shoulder. Exhale the chin to chest. Your breath guides your movement. Inhaling, gazing over one shoulder. Exhaling to the chest. Inhaling to the other side. And then as you exhale, just let the chin rest softly. On your next inhale, lift the chin back to center. From here, bring the movement into your shoulders, lifting them up to the ears on your inhale. And we're going to exhale and roll them forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward. It may feel a little strange or awkward because this isn't a typical movement that you might do. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll your shoulders forward. And just move with your breath. Your breath guides your movement. I may be moving a little faster than your breath is going, Because I'm not breathing properly, I'm talking. So just inhale, lift. Exhale, roll the shoulders. One more time, lift on your inhale. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward, and then just slide the hands back toward the waistline and just slowly rotate your torso, bringing movement into the hip and waist area. And change directions. And then come back to the center. Let your fingertips rest to the floor. As you inhale, circle sweep your arms, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. As you exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Come into a clam stretch, let your chin drop to the chest. Just kind of hang your body wherever it's comfortable. If you feel tension in the hips or the knees or maybe even the ankles, you can adjust the feet and legs a little bit, but just breathe. And then as you inhale, slowly unwind your spine. Release your shoulders back and down. And then if your legs are crossed, change the cross of your legs. Everything you do in yoga on one side, you should always do on the other. So that may feel a little awkward because we're creatures of habit and we always sit in one way. So it's good to switch things up. So again, just let your chin drop to your chest. This time, as you inhale to one shoulder, pause there. Gaze over that shoulder and breathe. On your next exhale, release the chin back to the chest. Inhale to the other side and gaze over the shoulder. Keep breathing. And then exhale, chin back to chest. Inhale back to the center. As you exhale, lower one ear to the shoulder. Breathe. Abdomen rising on the inhale and falling on the exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the other ear to the other shoulder. Resist the urge to bring the shoulder up to the ear. Just let the shoulders be down. You might feel tension in the neck, maybe even pulling into the shoulder blade. If you do, lift the ear up a little bit. And then inhale back to center. This time the shoulders, lift them up on the inhale, roll them back on the exhale. Move with your breath. Your hands are just kind of hanging out wherever they're comfortable. You can rest them on the lap or even let the fingertips rest to the floor. It's up to you. With the shoulders back and down, again, bring movement into the waistline. Start off small, tiny circles, and then gradually increase. And then go as big as you can. You can even bring the hands out on the knees. It's up to you. And then go in the other direction. Small circles first. A little bit bigger. And then as big as you want to go. And come back to the center. Let the fingertips rest back down to the floor if they're not already there. And inhale, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. Lift the rib cage out of the waistline as you hinge forward. Hinge from the hips. Extend the fingertips out in front of you. Let your chin drop to your chest. And just be there. Pause. Breathe. As you inhale, slowly unwind the body. Release the shoulders back and down. Stretch out the legs and come up onto all fours. Place the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. If anyone has knee injuries, you can slide a pillow under your shins to protect your knees if you're kneeling on the floor. So just place the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, hip distance apart. And we're going to move through cat-cow. As you exhale, round out the spine. Let the chin drop to the chest. Breathe. On your next inhale, lower the abdomen toward the floor. Lift and open the chest. And then move with breath. Exhale, rounding out the spine. Inhale, lifting and opening the chest. Your breath guides your movement. One movement per inhale. One movement per exhale. And then come back to a neutral spine or tabletop. And just gently circle the hips. Circle in one direction. And then change directions. Bring the hips to the heels as close as your body allows you. And then come back to the center. Take your knees a little wider than hip distance apart. Sink the hips towards the heels. Extend the arms out in front of you. And lower your forehead to the floor. I'm going to keep my head up a little bit so you can hear me. If you have trouble lowering your forehead to the floor, you can always stack your fists. Lower the forehead to the fists. This pose should be comfortable. You should be able to breathe. You may even want to rock your head from side to side a little bit to give yourself a gentle massage. And then come back to the center. You can always come back to child's pose if you need to. Anytime you need to take a break or anytime you need to feel grounded, this is a good place to go. And then if you took your knees apart, bring them back to hip distance. Take the arms out in front of you. And we're just going to move through a kneeling flow series. So with the arms extended. From child's pose, inhale to kneeling plank. Exhale to the abdomen. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Continue flowing with your breath. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale to the abdomen. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Pause in child's pose. Breathe. Relax. Notice if the rhythm of your breath has changed. And allow it to slow down. Return to that natural rhythm that you had at the beginning of your practice. And then on the next inhale, inhale to kneeling plank. Exhale all the way to the abdomen. Elbows hug the body. As you inhale, lift your head and chest, coming into cobra. Resist the urge to take your hands and press into the mat. Just use the muscles of the back to lift the body. You can check that by lifting your hands away from the floor. Those elbows still hugging you, still breathing. And exhale, release. Rest on one side of your face. Close your eyes, breathe. Your abdomen still rising on the inhale and falling on the exhale. And then bend your knees. Point and flex your feet. Move them with your breath. Inhaling, pointing the toes to the ceiling. Exhale, pointing the toes to the floor. Just let your breath guide you. And then release the feet. Bring the chin back to center. Bring your elbows beside your chest. Your elbows and your forearms and your palms rest in the floor. As you inhale, lift the head and chest away from the floor, coming into Sphinx. Utilizing the muscles of the middle back to lift the chest. Breathe. You can even drop the chin to the chest if you want. You can even rock the chin from shoulder to shoulder. Whatever your body needs right now. On your next exhale, release the pose. Rest on the other side of your face. Breathe. Sigh out loud. Bend your knees. And this time, just rotate your ankles. Change directions. You can even add the knees in there if you want. And then release the feet to the floor. Bring the chin back to center. Bring your hands beside the chest, elbows close to the body. As you inhale, lift your head and chest away from the floor, coming back into cobra. Exhale, release. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, sink the hips towards the heels, returning to child's pose. Stacking the fists if you need to. And then on the next inhale, coming back to all fours or tabletop. From tabletop, tucking the toes under. Engaging your core, drawing the navel in and up. Taking a deep breath in, and on your next exhale, lifting through the tailbone. Coming into downward facing dog. The chin is down toward the chest, almost like you're trying to look at your navel or your thighs. Walk the feet up a little closer if you need to. You can even walk the hands back. Alternate your heels, press one then the other toward the floor. And then release both heels to the floor. Take your hands and walk your hands back to your feet, coming into a forward fold. Take a hold of opposite elbows. Sway from side to side. And then release the fingertips toward the floor. As you inhale, slowly unwind the spine. Lifting up into mountain, roll those shoulders back and down. Adjust your pants, your shirt, whatever you need to do. I call that adjust your clothes asana. We're going to take our feet hip distance apart, coming into mountain. Ground and root through all four corners of both feet. You can even rock on the outside edges, and then on the inside edges, lift the toes away from the mat. And then soften them. Release the shoulders back and down. Keep your knees soft. Draw the navel in and up. Coming into mountain, close your eyes and just pause here. Breathe. Feel your feet rooting and grounding into the mat. And then on your next inhale, circle sweep the arms, lift the fingertips above the head, reaching toward the ceiling. Look up to the ceiling with your eyes. Draw your hands to heart center. With your breath, inhale, lifting the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, circle sweep the arms out to the sides. Inhale, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Continue moving with your breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, circle sweeping the arms. Inhale, circle sweeping the arms. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Your breath guiding your movement. And then exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Pause and breathe. On your next inhale, circle sweep the arms, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, reach for the floor, reach for the toes, reach for the shins, wherever your flexibility is. Coming into a forward fold. Inhale and extend your forward fold. Come halfway up, lengthen your spine. Take the gaze out to the floor, about 1.5 to 2 feet in front of you. Resist the urge to lift the chin. And then exhale, fold. Inhale and circle sweep the arms, lift to mountain. Exhale, sink into a chair. Draw the navel in and up. Keep the knees in line with those toes. Resist those knees going out. Make sure you look down and see your toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, swan dive forward, back to that forward fold, reaching for the toes. And as you inhale, extend your forward fold. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot to pyramid, keeping the feet hip distance apart. Let the torso rest toward the left thigh. Engage your core, and as you inhale, circle sweep the arms, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the left knee, coming into warrior one. Breathe. Your gaze is out in front of you or up to the ceiling with your eyes. Release the hands down to the hips. Pause here for a moment. Gently rotate from the waistline to draw the navel toward the long side of your mat. Bring your right foot in line with your left heel. Bring your palms parallel to the floor. Gazes out and through the middle finger of the left hand. As you exhale, bend the left knee, coming in to warrior two. Reverse the left palm to the ceiling. Inhale, lift the fingertips straight up. Reach for the ceiling. Lift and open the entire left side of your body. And exhale, return to warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Release the hands to the hips and then turn the left toes to the long side of your mat to come into a wide angle stance. Inhale, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive forward, reaching for the floor. Let the fingertips rest to the floor, the palms, wherever your flexibility is. Take your right hand to your left foot. Inhale and draw the left fingertips to the ceiling, gazing up toward the thumb, and you can just look up with your eyes. Exhale, release. Draw the left hand toward the right foot. Inhale, draw the right fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, release. As you inhale, slowly align your spine. Exhale, release the shoulders back and down. Take your left toes and turn them over toward the right foot. Turn the right toes toward the short side of your mat. Line up the right foot with the left center of the left foot. Draw the palms parallel to the floor. Gazes out and through the middle finger of the right hand. Bend the right knee. Keep the right quad engaged. Resist the urge to turn the knee in or out. Try to keep the knee over the ankle. Rotate the right palm to the ceiling and inhale. Reverse warrior. Lift the fingertips. Open the rib cage. Exhale to warrior two. Release the hands to the hips. Turn the torso and the navel toward the short side of the mat and step the left foot hip distance apart. Inhale, draw the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the right knee. Come into warrior one. Breathe. Gaze up with your eyes to the ceiling. Soften your shoulders. And then as you exhale, release the hands toward the foot. Shorten your stance if you need to come into pyramid. Bend the right knee. Bring the palms to the mat. And step back to down dog. Inhale into plank or lower to kneeling plank. Exhale to the abdomen. Inhale to cobra. Exhaling, child's pose. And pause and breathe. Listen to the sounds around you. And then slowly walk your hands back toward your body. And come back into a seated position. This time, stretch your feet out in front of you. Coming into Dandasana, or seated staff pose. Release those shoulders back and down. Let the fingertips rest toward the floor. Keep the legs activated. As you inhale, lift your fingertips to the ceiling. As you exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes. Inhale, let the fingertips trace along the legs. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Move with your breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. Inhale, unwinding. Exhale, roll the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, roll. Keep moving with your breath. Continue moving with your breath. The next time you fold forward, reaching for the toes, pause there. And then as you inhale, slowly unwind. Bring your left foot in to meet your right thigh. Inhale, lift. Fingertips extended, reaching for the ceiling. Lift again. And then exhale, fold. Pause in that fold. Relax, soften. Keep that extended leg active. And then as you inhale, lift back to center. As you exhale, release the right hand toward the left thigh. Bring the left hand behind the body, fingertips pointing away. The wrist as close to the body as you're able to get it, and just gaze over your left shoulder. If it's too much to turn your neck, just look with your eyes. Inhale, unwinding to the center. Exhale, folding. And just be there. In the fold, breathing. As you inhale, slowly unwind. Bring the right foot in to meet the left foot in butterfly. If you're one of those people whose knees are like this in this pose, if you have pillows or cushions or something, you can always place them under your knees. Keep the feet together. Release the shoulders back and down. Take a hold of the toes, the ankles, the shins, wherever your flexibility is. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you do that, release the shoulders back and down. As you exhale, lead with your chest or your heart center. Hinge from the hips, folding forward. Resist the urge to bring that nose down to your toes. And just pause. Breathe. Let your chin be soft. And then on the next inhale, unwind your spine. Straighten the left leg. Bring the right foot in to meet the left leg. Inhale, circle sweep the arms, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. As you exhale, fold. Pause in the fold and just breathe. Activate that leg. Resist the urge to let the foot hang. Kind of flex the foot. As you inhale, lift back to the center. On your next exhale, release the left hand toward the right thigh. Bring the right hand behind the body. Fingertips point away. The arm as close to the body as you can get it. If you find yourself leaning back, put something behind you to prop your hand on. Inhale, unwinding. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, slowly unwind your spine. Bring the left foot in to meet the right, back in butterfly. This time, gently rotate the torso, moving from the waistline. And then change directions. And then come back to the center. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Reach and extend the arms out in front of you. Inhale and unwind. Bring your knees together. Hold on to the back of the legs if you need to. And slowly unwind the spine to the floor. Keeping the hands beside the hips. Bring the heels as close to the body as comfortable. And just take your knees. Rock them side to side as if they were the windshield wipers on a car. Inhaling, lifting, exhale, releasing. And then come back to the center. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the arms out to the side. Drop stack knees to the left and gaze over your right shoulder. Engage your core, lift back to center. Drop stack knees to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Hug the knees back into the chest. And then as you exhale, release the feet to the floor. Stretch one foot and then the other out to the front of the mat. Bring the hands close to the body. Palms facing the ceiling. Or if that's not comfortable, you can even rotate the palms, pressing them into the floor. Breathe. If anyone has issues with their lower back, you can always bend your knees. You want to be comfortable to come into Shavasana or relaxation pose. And just begin connecting with your breath. Your abdomen rises on the inhale, falls on the exhale. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Listen to the sounds around you. If you're feeling tension in your body, on your next inhale, draw your hands into a fist. Point or flex the feet, curl or spread the toes. Press the back of the head into the floor. Press the arms and the shoulder blades into the floor. Flex the wrists. Engage the elbows and the knees. Engage the glutes and the abdomen. And hold that physical tension in your body, but continue to breathe. On your next exhale, sigh out loud and let it all go. Feel your body melt into the mat, into the floor, or whatever surface you're on. And be here right now, in this moment. Simply breathe. If your mind starts to wander and go off in a billion directions, bring it back to your breath and just tell yourself, inhaling as you breathe in, exhaling as you breathe out. And then just begin to slowly bring movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees if they're not already bent. Rock your head from side to side. Bring movement into your arms. And then gently roll over onto one side. And just pause there for a few breaths. And then slowly lift back up into a seated position. Rest the hands on the thighs or beside you just for a moment. Reconnecting with your breath. And then draw your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for being a student of Satya Yoga, even if you've never walked into our studio.